Good morning, everybody, on a morning coffee with Marcaida. And today's thought, and of course, I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving weekend. And today's thought, quickly, because I got to run for my own appointments today, and it's the idea of labels. Labeling, what's that all about? Well, some of the things that I liked about labels is that it gives you a direction. It gives you a suggested direction of what this particular item is. That's right here. Manufacturer's suggested retail price. Suggested is an idea. In this world nowadays, it seems that people have to categorize you. They want to put you in different labels. They got to label you as to what your race is, label you as to what your level of education is, label you as where you are in your training. And some of that idea gets confusing, especially when you start to realize that, there's one realizing and there's one where actually you're one. One of the things I don't like is when you actually believe what you've been labeled by somebody else. That's their interpretation of who you are and where you are. It's a suggestion of where you are, because for them, they need to be able to label and categorize you. It doesn't necessarily mean that that is what you are. For example, let me talk about martial arts again. In martial art world, they label you or give you ranks of a belt based on their idea of what their system is. It doesn't necessarily mean that that's your level of what you're doing in other systems, in other things in life. The worst thing about it is, I remember one time we talked about a man grows old the day is no longer seen as dangerous for the warriors. Sometimes it is to your own peril when you believe when others feel that you're not dangerous, yet you know you are. To your own peril, because you allow people to label you and you believe that hype, and now it brings you down, when in fact you can think otherwise. That's the way you should look at labels. The same thing is, if I am here and I go to class and I go, well, yeah, you've labeled me a white belt. Sure, in this particular system, in this class, for the teacher, I'm a white belt. But if I walk out of the class and I'm no longer in there, you don't know my experiences in everything else. You see, labels are for people to use to categorize, to organize things for themselves. It could be a direction of where you are and what you're made of based on somebody's idea, not necessarily your idea or other people's idea. If I were to go into, let's say, some kind of a particular brand new art that I'm taking, sure, I start out at this level, but you also don't know what I've known in my whole existence and what that label is the minute I walk out of that class. For that respect, I'm in this level. That's why I don't use ranks, titles, and everything else, because I think that everybody has their own way of looking at things and their own expertise for everything that they do. And I give them respect from the beginning till the end. Doesn't matter if you're whatever categorizations you use for your version of your system so that you can categorize me and keep things organized in you. But I am who I am. I'm not going to come in and let you think that I am lesser of what I know that I am. Remember that. Labels and categories are for other people's way to organize for them, not necessarily you. And the worst thing is when you start to realize and believe their hype and they go, oh, I have to start here, I have to dumb myself down because you think I'm not supposed to be up here. Not in your system, but in other systems, in other things that I've done in my life, I know I'm up here. Doug Marcaida here with a Morning Cup of Joe. I hope you're all enjoying this Monday. Everybody have a great day. Take care.